A good test and a good night's sleep in Southern California. Then Team USA heads off on a marathon trip. For those who make the World Cup cut, this could be their last night stateside for a month. But for the Americans, before they head out to Australia, then China, they'll take on the number 2 team in the world tonight in Spain. Welcome to Anaheim, California. You're watching USA Basketball on NBA TV.
Fans, please welcome to center court from Spain, Ricky Rubio, and from the USA, Kemba Walker.
Hi everyone. Hola a todo el mundo. Solo quería decir que estamos muy contentos de estar aquí. Espero que disfrutéis del espectáculo. For those who doesn't understand what I said, Donovan is going to translate for you guys. He has been learning for 2 years, but I was just saying, enjoy the show. I hope everybody stay healthy, and thanks for coming.
What's up, everybody? On behalf of Team USA, I want to thank everybody for coming out and supporting us. Can't wait to represent you guys in the World Cup in China. Thank you.
Kemba Walker back in the starting lineup for the second straight week. He played well last week in the blue-white scrimmage, and he'll be on the floor for Team USA along with Donovan Mitchell. That's the expected pairing in the backcourt as this team moves forward. Mason Plumlee is in the lineup here tonight along with Harrison Barnes and Chris Middleton. And for Spain, Rudy Fernandez, who's played 213 games for his national team over the years, along with Ricky Rubio, a familiar face there, Victor Claver, as we get set to go for the final stateside exhibition for Team USA. They're off to Australia tomorrow night. They'll play 3 exhibition games there, then head to China for the World Cup, which for the U.S. begins on September 1st against the Czech Republic. Gasol taps it back, Ricky Rubio gathers, and we're off and running here on a Friday night in Anaheim. Ricky Rubio, remember, now a part of the Phoenix Suns roster.
Right off the bat, man, for all the viewers, just watch the continuity and the chemistry of this Spain team. This team has been together so long, and also a lot of cutting and moving without the basketball. Good defense by Donovan Mitchell, and that's what you want from Team USA.
And it goes back to Spain with 4 seconds left on the shot clock. It was defense that turned things around for the senior men's national team, the blue team last week. Gasol will take the shot, beats the buzzer, and we have our first points.
A point guard playing against Rubio in this setting, and throughout this entire USA basketball experience, he's going to be the one on the defensive end as a point guard being able to disrupt. And we know what he can do on the offensive end. He can create his own layup in a half-court situation. It's wonderful and marvelous to watch.
He had 14 points and 4 assists last week. Rubio knocks down the jumper and shows off the touch. And that's one thing Greg Popovich was in their national team uniform, that what you might see on a nightly basis in the NBA. And Rubio is a good example of that he cited. He'll be much more aggressive in terms of the shot as Middleton knocks down the 3.
Yeah, they're so calm guys that can also defend, you know, multiple positions anywhere from 2 through 4. So he's going to have to play a lot of minutes. Joe Harris is a fantastic shooter, but Middleton can do it both on both ends, offensively and defensively.
U.S. will get on a plane tomorrow night out of L.A. and head to Australia. Turn it over here. Here comes Hernan Gomez. Finishes with the left hand.
And man, we talk about Rubio's offense, but I think right there, you talk about passing from Ricky Rubio, and they have a fantastic guy in Marc Gasol from the center spot who also can facilitate.
Quick shot for Donovan Mitchell. He knocks down the 3. U.S. retake. Walker, guarded by Rubio, gives it up, gets it back. Middleton will take it and knock it down. Chris Middleton.
Really lay into you, and there's for Rudy shooting that shot, and there's Kyle Kuzma bringing it up. And there's Chris Middleton. He can flat out shoot it.
3 of 3 for Chris Middleton now. He's got the feeling. And you're hearing the comes down with it one more time and pushes for the U.S. Stripped by Claver, and Rubio has it, doesn't have numbers. We'll think about the 3. He'll try the 3 and knock it down. Ricky Rubio hits the 3.
Coach Popovich called it a good lesson. As Smitty referenced earlier, the FIBA game shorter, just a 10-minute scrimmage, teaches the guys they need to get off to a fast start, and they can't take any game for granted. This is the challenge that they need before they head abroad.
You're so right, Jared. I mean, reason why on all accounts, there's a team with Spain you're looking at. They have a national team for so long, and he's been coveted by a lot of NBA teams. Everybody waiting to see for him to come over. Don't know if it's going to happen or not, but I've seen him play so much. Yeah. He is a skillful point guard, for this Spain team.
Call with the offensive putback there. Yol tried to find Hernan Gomez. De'Aaron Fox comes back wearing number 20 in blue for the Americans. So fast and makes his own offense out of nothing.
The speed with that size for a point guard position and athleticism. And the game has slowed down for him. He's so comfortable. I think he's going to be a difference maker. And there's Sergio with a nice pass. He is really good.
Know your Hernan Gomez, Smitty.
I'm going by the hair. You know, Willie has a little bit of touch of blonde in his hair.
Joe Harris setting up Turner for the dunk. Nice look for Harris, who's obviously known as a stand-up.
He's really shooting it at 47%.
Here's Gill, number 23. He's 31 years of age, second-round pick back in 2009, in part because he can do things like that.
You know, I've watched him play an international play for Spain for
but winds up back in his hands. Here's Lopez. First shot of the night. Drops for the big fella.
We've all watched this. Fox, because of a Kemba Walker, having that much time and a shorter line, it'll make it much easier for Team USA.
Jason Tatum tried to throw it down, and little Rebus came down very hard. Man's hit his head. He's on the floor still as they battle for that rebound. Tatum was fouled there, but for the moment the concern is for Pau Rebus. Went up for that rebound and came down very hard on his back. And may have hit the back of his head. We'll watch it. The head did not hit the floor. That's a good sign. But
you have some guards in De'Aaron Fox and Kemba Walker that can just get where they want to and put pressure on you defensively. I think the one concern I will have is their bigs being in foul trouble and being able to, I would say, match up against some of the elite bigs, you know, from other countries.
Tatum nearly got that to go at the buzzer.
Of injury, and we really work with the players on educating them about all the things that they can do proactively. Their recovery is so important, so they work hard. You see them work in preparation for the game.
Callahan, the team, the country thanks you for your duties here, and enjoy Australia.
Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to it.
There's Dr. Lisa Callahan, Matt.
All right, Jared, thanks much. U.S.
But they destroy Spain on the glass, I think 14-3.
That is right. Plus 11 on rebounds in a quarter. Here's Rebus. Had that hard fall a moment ago. Brook Lopez back in, hands off to his Bucks teammate, Chris Middleton. And back out to Jason Tatum. Middleton has it, goes baseline. Sets up Brown for the dunk. Jaylen Brown flying in. Out to Hernan Gomez. Willie is off on the three. Middleton sees Walker ahead of the pack. And an easy two for Kemba Walker. Good vision by Chris Middleton. Wearing number 33 of the Boston Celtic brings it up for the Americans. Walker over to Tatum. Quick drive, and he hammers it home. Knew exactly where he wanted to go with it. And Jason Tatum puts a little charge in the Anaheim crowd.
He's doing a nice job, Matt, of turning. And as he was younger, sometimes you take that bump and you can't go through contact.
There are basically two arguments, right? One is that you want to do it tonight after the game, maybe tomorrow morning, and let the two players who aren't going to be involved definitively get on with the rest of their summer, prepare themselves for camp with their NBs. A couple of injuries away, and you don't want to be stuck in Australia or China and have to make a phone call and hope somebody can scramble to get on that roster against the Czech Republic on September 1st to finalize the 12-man roster. And then, as you know, if there's an injury beyond that, you just play on with 11 or 10 or whatever you have left.
Great pass.
Great look from Yol on the back end.
If you're Team USA, you had a big, comfortable lead, but you're still just up 10, and that definitely can change. You got to keep playing with your principles and understand this Spain team will come back. And Donovan Mitchell with a fantastic move and finish.
Donovan Mitchell. On this U.S. roster with senior men's national team experience. Harrison Barnes is the other. Walker.
Man, he is so good. He's one of those guys you do not want to see coming at you full speed. Served on the board, and I'll get a chance to call some games with you, Matt. So that means I'm getting old.
I was going to say that doesn't sound like the highlight of that resume necessarily. Keno Cologne hits the mid-range jumper for.
I think that was a difficult part.
To the decisions a lot of players have made this summer to pass on the World Cup. Tatum knocks down the three. It's a 16-point U.S. lead. Just over a minute to go. 12-point lead for the U.S. Can't quite shake the Spaniards. Mitchell gets a pick from Turner, glides in and finishes with the right hand.
Speed.
Kuzma. Gasol got a hand in there, and apparently cleanly, as Rubio brings it back for Spain. Rubio will put it up and in. Count the bucket for Ricky Rubio. Productive second quarter for Rubio, who now has 13 and a chance to make it 14.
Nice job by him. And you see Donovan Mitchell. They played against each other. When the guy's driving,
About 7 seconds between game and shot clock here, as Donovan Mitchell handles it for the red, white, and blue. Over to Joe Harris. Turn the corner. Gives it up to Turner. Another good dish from Joe Harris to set up Turner. Jaime Fernandez comes back the other way. Up to Gasol. Rudy Fernandez. Pass Turner. Up. It won't go. And the U.S. goes to the locker room. Up 54-41. Chris Middleton led the Americans with 10 points on a perfect 4 of 4 shooting. Last season, nearly 3 a game, 2.7 to be exact, for the Indiana Pacers. Mitchell leaks through out to Walker. Passed on the 3. 2 on the shot clock now. And didn't get it off over Hernan Gomez, who kind of laughed about it, had something to say, I think, to Kemba on the way back. They're kind of messing with each other.
and just methodically grind this one to a bigger lead for Team USA.
Rubio turns the corner to set up Gasol, and that is turned away by Turner. Gasol gets it back and connects, but what a great reaction by Miles Turner defensively.
Miles did a good job of being able to, one, he was out of position, but quickly, a first step on defense to come back and been able to contest that.
It's technically property of the Houston Rockets in the NBA. He was a second-round draft pick back in '09, but has consistently decided not to go over to the NBA. He's happy playing, making a good living, playing pro ball.
And I would say for the last, 10 years, you've heard talk about how good he is, and I've witnessed it. And you said it best. I think now, not sure if he still come over.
Kemba brings it back for the U.S. Plumlee has it. Over to Mitchell now. Screen from Plumlee. Floater from Mitchell is up and in.
They seek you out in a national play. They're not set strong. You can see they're kind of like in a constant movement. And sometimes it's hard, and that was a beautiful play by...
Pop joked last week he had to learn how to teach an illegal screen for these guys. Hernan Gomez defended by Tatum, back out to Rubio though. Yol from deep. Sergio feeling it.
And they're back in this game.
Absolutely.
Shea Talker, have you guys been able to utilize this time and gain some much needed chemistry?
We have. We have used this time to just the chemistry, but you know, it's been we all been enjoying the journey.
They obviously prioritize, and that's defense. And he brings a physical element, which they could use right now, because we got bodies flying all over the place here while Jared was talking to Marcus.
Yeah, get a little physical, and you can see Team USA doing a nice job. The lead was cut down to 8. 2 seasons, he's averaged 8.5 points, 48%. Started a lot of games for the San Antonio Spurs and played well in the playoffs.
Colom was born in the Principality of Andorra, which is wedged between Spain and France. Population under 80,000, and he was just beaten by Derek White.
Can you say something?
And that's not even a questionable screen.
No,
that's
that
a good NBA screen. Yeah. Fernandez for 3. Rudy knocks it down.
Three-pointer for Rudy Fernandez.
Brook showing his size. Nowhere to go from Gomez. Good job of moving it. Good. This is good basketball.
Right to Lopez. Good two-man game. I thought Brook Lopez had his best defensive season in the NBA last year. Not just blocking shots, although he did that really well, as Fernandez starting to heat up here. The veteran, with us playing with mostly G Leaguers, he played a couple of those 12 games. As Jeff Van Gundy had to cobble together a roster over and over again. Middleton, before the buzzer won't fall. Spurs Hit the bottom part of the rim. Back comes Spain. Kino Colom handles. Into the paint. Floater is up and good for Kino Colom. Awkward range. Shoot a floater. Smitty, you know, as a point guard, you got to make that decision, right? You turn the corner, you deal with what's there or not there in that case. Middleton. This is the backcourt most expect to see when the World Cup begins in China. Walker and Donovan Mitchell. Walker knocks down the short little jumper. Kemba with a screen from Turner. Mitchell for three. Got it. Donovan Mitchell. Now with a dozen. He's hit 2 of 3 from the great beyond. Fernandez up top. Hernangomez over his head to finish the play. Ricky Rubio, really good in that first half. Pretty quiet so far here in the second.
Interesting shot.
It is.
It is.
That's Oriola. Kemba over to Barnes, to the corner for Harris. Spain
Great
does the
closeout.
scouting report. They're all over Harris. Gets away from him. Here's Ribas to finish it off for Spain. It's been a persistent problem for the U.S. tonight. Points off turnovers. A whole run here to close the gap. Again, to 11. Harris caught up in the air there and sends it to White.
Scouting report by Spain do not give him an open shot.
They find Joe Harris when he finds the ball makes its way to him. U.S. finds Sol up top, such a great playmaker for Team Spain. Now here's Rubio. Drifting to his left, no good because Sol there for the cleanup.
Marcus cleaning out space.
Juan Hernangomez has it. Back to Rubio. 5 on the shot clock. Rubio out to Gasol. Here's Yol. Sergio Yol knocks down the 3, and it is an 8-point lead.
Matt, I talk about that offensive possession for Spain. They answered. Right now, if you're USA, you don't want to get a live ball turnover and give up an easy bucket.
Harris knocks it down.
But couldn't get back out to Joe Harris.
He's been waiting all night to get one off. That was his first 3 attempts because they've done such a good job closing out on him. There's White at the rim. He finishes off that play. Goal guarded by Plumlee in the post. Turned right into Plumlee. No foul call. Rightly so. Just lost the ball. Tatum in the corner now. And it's good.
Man, that kid is good. I mean, Jason Tatum. Game is smooth. He got his feet set. And there's Marcus Gasol shooting a 3.
Answer from Gasol. The U.S. has now matched the last week's total with to a spot. Middleton chased it down. Screen from Lopez. They look inside, and the U.S. turns it over for the 20th time tonight. Gasol for 3. Marc Gasol now with 16. The team to go coach the Spanish national team during the World Cup qualifying process.
28 seconds left. Spain still playing.
Gasol giving 19 on the night. Gasol with his 3rd made 3. Gasol already hit 3 threes. Chased off the line that time. Rubio will try it. Air ball, the U.S. can run out the clock. A lot to like about the U.S. tonight. Defensively, ball movement, shooting as well as for the 2nd straight Friday night.